If you own a classic car in California built after 1975, you know the pain. You're sitting on a beautiful 1980s Fox Body Mustang, a C4 Corvette, or an early BMW E330, and every 2 years, you have to sweat bullets putting a 40-year-old vehicle through a modern state smog inspection. For years, Jay Leno and SEMA have been fighting to fix California's frozen 1975 smog cutoff. Last year, Leno's Law 1.0 looked like it was finally going to save us, until Sacramento quietly killed it behind closed doors. But the fight isn't over. Leno's Law 2.0, Senate Bill 1392. It's officially making moves.
So today I'm going to be breaking down everything you need to know, from the first bill that failed to the updated Leno Law 2.0, the 1,000-mile insurance loopholes, and how other states compare to this, and a massive dynamic happening right now in the auto industry, how modern car companies are using connected tech to take away your rights to fix your own car. So let's dive in.
To understand where we are today, we have to look back at California Senate Bill 712, also known as Leno's Law 1.0. Under current California law, any car built in 1976 or later must pass a smog check every 2 years. That law was frozen in place back in 2005. Before 2005, California actually had a 30-year rolling exemption, but the state locked it down, trapping late 70s, 80s, and 90s cars in perpetual smog testing hell.
Jay Leno teamed up with State Senator Shannon Grove and SEMA to push SB 712. The goal was simple: lift the freeze and implement a rolling exemption for vehicles up to 1986.
So why did it die? In August 2025, the California Assembly Appropriations Committee quietly held a vote and killed SB 712 in committee. First, environmental lobbying groups and CARB argued that exempting 1976 through 1986 cars would increase emissions, even though studies show classic cars make up less than 1% of total driven miles. Second, the bill required special historical license plates, which classic car owners hated because nobody wanted to strip off their original period correct blue or yellow California plates. And third, state analysts claimed that the DMV would lose revenue on smog transfer fees.
So Jay Leno and SEMA didn't give up. Instead, they went back to the drawing board and introduced Senate Bill 1392, Leno's Law 2.0. And this time, they made major compromises to make sure that this bill gets passed.
Here are the key differences in SB 1392. 35-year rolling exemption, no mandatory license plates required, strict collector vehicle rules. Here is how SB 1392 works under the hood. Instead of exempting everything overnight, SB 1392 creates a phased rolling exemption. Once passed, it immediately exempts pre-1981 vehicles from smog checks. Then, every year after, it adds one more model year until it hits the 1986 cutoff in the year 2032. And best of all, no special license plate mandate. You get to keep your original period correct plates.
Now there's a catch.
Sacramento wanted to make sure daily commuters weren't driving rusted out, high-polluting 1982 Honda Civics as daily drivers without smog checks. To qualify under SB 1392, your car must meet the definition of a collector's vehicle. It cannot be your primary daily driver. You must carry dedicated collector vehicle insurance, like Haggerty, Grundy, or prove the car is driven fewer than 1,000 miles per year. So we've gotten a lot of questions about how the state verifies mileage, especially if the odometer is broken. The short answer is collector insurance policies require a working odometer and photos during renewal. Plus, under California law, driving on a broken odometer to bypass state regulations is illegal. So if you want this exemption, making sure your speedo and odometer is working is step number one. How are other states treating classic cars?
So California is famous for having the strictest car laws in North America. But how does the rest of the country handle classic cars? So let's take a look across state lines.
In Texas, any vehicle 24 years or older qualifies for the antique or classic registration. Once your car hits 25 years old, it is completely exempt from safety and emissions testing statewide. Florida has zero state emissions testing for any passenger car, period. Whether it's a 1920 Model T or a 1995 Nissan 240SX, no smog checks are required. In Pennsylvania, it has a dedicated classic and antique program. Vehicles over 15 years old can qualify as a classic, and vehicles over 25 years old can register as antique, exempting them from emissions testing as long as you drive under 1,000 miles a year. New York and North Carolina. Most states use a rolling 20 to 25-year window. Once a car reaches a quarter century old, state lawmakers recognize that it's a historical artifact, not a major contributor to daily highway smog.
That's why Leno's Law 2.0 is so important. California's classic car enthusiasts are not asking for special privileges. What they're asking for is for California to catch up like the rest of the country and treat classic cars as auto history.
And the new fight? Tracking, telematics, and fixing your own car. Now, while we fight to keep our 1980 classics on the road, there's a brand new threat brewing for anyone who loves working with their own cars or values their privacy. If you buy a modern car today, car manufacturers are moving towards locked software ecosystems. Modern vehicles collect thousands of data points per minute: your speed, braking habits, location, and even audio telemetry data. Car companies are trying to restrict diagnostic access to independent mechanics and DIY home mechanics, forcing you back to the dealership service bays. They claim it's for cybersecurity, but enthusiasts and independent shops know what it really is. It's a cash grab. In California, lawmakers have introduced bills like AB 311, dealing with insurance companies using built-in driver telematics to track your driving habits. Meanwhile, at the federal level, automotive trade groups and enthusiasts are pushing the Repair Act. The Repair Act would force car manufacturers to give vehicle owners and independent repair shops open access to wireless diagnostic data, calibration tools, and software codes. Without it, in 10 or 15 years, you won't even be able to change your own brake pads or reset an error code without paying a dealer subscription fee. And this is why classics are becoming more valuable than ever. A classic vehicle gives you analog freedom. No subscriptions, no over-air tracking, no locked ECUs, and full control over your own machine. Leno's Law 2.0 is currently moving through the California State Assembly. If you live in California and love cars, now is the time to act. SEMA has made it super easy to send an automated letter directly to your local assembly members supporting SB 1392. How to help? The links will be in my description. Number 1, contact your California Assembly member, SEMA Action Network. Support the Federal Repair Act. Share this video with local clubs.
So guys, I know this is a crazy topic. I want you to let me know in the comments what you guys think about all of these laws and how we can fight to get together. Make sure to click all the links in the description. Share this video with all your friends who have classic cars, because we all have to stick together to make sure that we can keep these beautiful cars on the road. If you guys enjoyed this video, please subscribe and check out my channel. Till next week, take care.